Hello there everybody and welcome to the live, it's Divya Mishry here and welcome to season 2 of the Funnel Marketing Live series. This is episode number 1. We're starting again. I took a bit of a sabbatical off this, just felt like the right thing to do, and now I'm back. And today we are talking about the 2 simple steps to more clients and more sales. Now look, I've got notes, I've always got notes because I love notes. It helps me to remember everything I need to I've planned to share with you today. And by the way, if you're on this live, if you are live on this live, say hello, let me know you're here. And if you're on the replay, if you're watching the replay, hello there, welcome. Please let me know, put it in the comments, put replay in the comments below. And hey there Adam, great of you to join us, hey. Oh look, I've got a little new thing here, I can click a wave button. Hey there Adam, I just waved at you, I don't know, I've never seen that feature before, but hey. It's brand new. So here's the thing, the 2 simple steps to more clients and more sales. And this is relevant to you if you're just starting out or whether you're down the line and you've been doing this for a long time. I apologise, the lighting's really bad today. I wonder if I move my curtain, that the lighting would be a little bit better. No, it's no better. All right. Show us your best high block. Not sure what you mean by that, Adam. So anyway, the 2 simple steps to more clients and getting more sales. So here's the thing, whether you're starting out, whether you're down the line and you've already got a business, this is often the challenge people face when their offers are not converting or they're not really sure which way to go. And I can tell you, hand on heart, I've experienced this myself. Actually, more recently as well. I've been like, oh, who am I serving? Like, I've got to rethink this whole thing through. Because we can start to put things out, put offers out. We can start to create stuff. And I've got a ton of stuff on my laptop I've created. I've just realised today I've got a ton of different trainings I've created. And it's amazing because I've created all this training and I haven't put it out into the world. Because I was like, who's my ideal audience? Who should I be serving? I'm not being clear on this, and today I've been getting clear on who that really is, and hence I decided to start this again. And so look, here's the thing. This is a big problem, and here's why it's a big problem. When I coach clients, this is probably the number 1 issue that they face, and I've faced it, and I'm sure you've probably faced it if you're in the marketing world. And here's the thing: is clients, when you're going out there and you're trying to get sales, you're trying to get clients, trying to get people to pay attention to you, if you're not clear on these 2 things, then you won't be able to attract them and you won't be able to get them into your circle of influence. And hey there V, great of you to join us, and Michelle, hello. And when you're not clear on these 2 things, you can't get people into your influence of circle, of course, your influence of circle, your circle of influence, and then you can't get them to move forward and buy because your message is not clear. You're not clear, and when you're not clear, people don't buy from you. It's as simple as that. That is, you know, all these people who go, I've got the secret to this and I've got the secret to that. The secret is not really a secret. It's be clear on who you want to serve and how you serve them. They're the 2 things, and I'm about to talk about that in this live stream here now. And so here's the thing, like, when you're not clear, and the number 1 thing is when you're not clear on who you're targeting, you kind of go off on one and you start doing random stuff too, and people don't get that consistency of who you are and how you serve them to be able to then go to you when they need you. Because people aren't going to. A small percentage, generally speaking, between 1 and 3% of your audience. Hey Michelle, thanks for joining us by the way. Generally, between 1 and 3% of your audience at any given point in time are going to be buyers. Now, when you think about that, that's a really small number. If you've got 100 people in your audience, that's 3. If you've got 1,000 people in your audience, that's 30. If you've got 10,000 people in your audience, that's, I hope I've done the maths right here, 300, right? And so it's not a big number of people who are going to buy at any point in time. That's up to 300. That's not 300. It's up to 300 at any given point in time if there's 10,000 in your audience. And generally speaking, that's a small percentage. And so because it's a small percentage, you have to be really clear on who you're serving and how you're serving them, because not everybody is ready to buy right now. Now, what that means is between 1 and 3% of people are buying right now. That doesn't mean to say the same set of people are going to buy tomorrow or next week or the week after or the week after. It's just 1 to 3% today, right now, here, in this moment, in this week. And so you have to be really clear, because on this live stream, if 100 people watch this live stream, 2 or 3 of them might buy if I have something to offer, or might opt in, or might take action. Well, next week, there might be 2 or 3 different people. And the week after, 2 or 3 different people. And the week after, 2 or 3 different people. And I might then grow, the number of people watching might grow. And then it becomes 5 people the week after, and 10 people the week after. Do you see what I mean? It starts to compound. And so it's really super, hey there Vimal, great of you to join us. It's really super important that you are clear on these 2 things. So this is why it's important. The reality is, you're probably going to attract people like you. Hey there Greg, great of you to join us. You're probably going to attract people like you. That's generally the type of people that we attract, is people like yourself. In some way, shape or form, the values, the way that you are, the way that you speak, the way that you see the world, the filters by which you see the world, they're the type of people you're probably going to attract. In some way, shape or form, they're similar to you. But here's the problem, right? Is if we're not clear on these things, you're going to end up doing things like going into the discount spiral, where you start discounting and discounting and discounting, and everything you offer is always constantly on a discount. And then you start getting a bigger discount and more bonuses and all that kind of stuff. And I've done it. Been there, done it, got the t-shirt, know the pain. It's not really a way of growing a business, constantly stacking more and more and more bonuses and discount, making the price lower and lower and lower, because you've got to pay to live. You've got to pay to run your business, you've got to pay to live, and then you've got to grow your audience as well and grow what you do. And you can't do that if you're constantly discounting. If you're unclear on these things as well, here's what's going to happen is you're going to start taking on anybody. And I tell you one thing, if you are doing one-to-one coaching or group coaching, do not take on just anybody. I can tell you this categorically from experience, from coaching all the people I've ever coached, from coaching them, and also, and this is same goes for any one-to-one service that you offer to people, anything that involves your time and their time, where you're directly serving them. Do not take on anybody. Be really clear who you're taking on. Here's the thing, right? Every time I work with a client, if I'm coaching them and if they're the right client for me, the very first thing I do with them is figure out who is their ideal client. Because if they don't know who their ideal client is, what will happen is they'll take anybody on and then they'll start to regret it. I'm sure you've had it. If you serve clients, you would have had it, where you've had a client that just drained you, takes all the energy out of you, wants you to do everything for them, and then blames you for not getting the result that they want. And it was them not taking responsibility for their results, and they weren't the right type of client for you. But you weren't clear on that at the start, and your marketing didn't say that. It didn't project that, and then it wasn't clear, and then you took the client because you needed the money, and then it has a massive opportunity cost. I've turned clients away because they're not the right type of client for me. If you have somebody else who can serve them, you can refer them to them. But being clear enables you to avoid this energy drain, so you can keep moving forward and doing the right thing and growing your business in a way that really works for you. And then the challenge that you end up having if you're not really clear on who you serve is you end up doing a ton of different things. Now, I raise my hand to this, right? I've been in positions where I just need to make money. And so I've just done lots of different things. I have skills in doing lots of different things. If you're an entrepreneur, you probably have skills in doing lots of different things, because we've got to do lots of different things to make our business run. But the problem with that, or the challenge with that, is long term it doesn't work. Because just context switching, you're trying to do lots of different things with different people, you can't systemize it, you can't create a process around it, you can't move forward and serve them more deeply, you can't solve specific problems better. You're not focused on that client, and then emotionally and energetically it drains you and takes more time and energy and effort, and that's not fun. That is not fun. That's not what I got into business for. I hope it's not what you got into business for. So look, here's the thing. If you want to overcome them challenges, here's what you got to do. Here's the 2 things you have to master. And this is not something you master once and then all of a sudden it's done and you never touch it again. right? This is by the way, I'm just clicking this just so you know what I'm doing. There's this new little button you can click whilst you're live next to each person's name, where you can wave at them. It's like a button to wave. It's amazing. I didn't even know this existed. It must be a brand new feature on Facebook. But there's two real simple things that you need to master to get more clients and get more sales, and the clients you absolutely love to serve. And them two things I'm about to tell you right now. Here's the thing. When you get, just before I tell you what them two things are, I want to demonstrate why they're so important. One of the clients I worked with, when they got super duper uber clear on who they're serving and how they're serving them, this is the shift in the results that they got. They created 6 months worth of income in the space of 3 weeks. Effectively, each client, right, was worth multiple times more than previous numbers of clients. And that would, that 6 months worth of income would have been the equivalent of selling, I think it was something like 60 of their product. And they sold something like 15. I don't know, something like in that. Basically, it was 4 or 5 times more the price, and actually they find it really easy to sell, and within 3 weeks they sold enough for 6 months worth of income. Now the reason that happened is because they got really clear on who they're serving and then how they're serving them, which is the 2 steps that I'm about to talk to you about. Here's the thing, like, who do you serve is the biggest challenge anybody faces. I know I faced that. I'm like, who do I serve? Who do I serve? And I'm switching, I pivot. And by the way, if you're somebody who has pivoted from one thing to another, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe you're pivoting and you've gone back round in a circle. I've done that. It's fine. It's okay that you pivoted and gone round in circles and then come back again, because you're on a journey. You're on a journey to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And the only way you figure out in life what works is to do something. Is to take action. You can't figure out what works by sitting on your butt going, which one should I do? And by the way, I've done this. I've sat there drawing out funnels, drawing out client avatars, thinking about the different things I can offer, my experience, and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And the only way I've got clarity is literally by just doing stuff. And then going, last year I started creating a product and I sold one of it, started creating it, and then I was like, halfway through, I was like, I don't want to do this. I refunded the person. And I've got half the program recorded because I didn't want it. I got halfway through and I thought, I don't want to do this. This is boring. I don't want to do this. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You get clarity from that. So Michelle says, clarity is everything. If we're not clear, how can we hope to convince our clients that we can help them to get clarity? Exactly. We can't hope to convince them to get clarity if we're not clear ourselves. And we only get clarity by doing stuff, by taking action, by going out there to the market. And, we're often scared of doing this. People are scared of doing this, scared of going on a live, it not being perfect. And, oh my God, my whole market is, and I'm telling you this from personal experience, my whole market is going to see this. And if it's wrong and I don't do it anymore, then everyone's going to think badly of me. Yes, there will probably be some people who think badly of you, but whatever you do, there'll be some people who think badly of you. It doesn't make a difference. Right? The people who love you would just be like, oh, this is so cool. And some of them might drop off, but it's okay because it's a journey to get clarity. Now, you can accelerate that process by working with somebody who's a coach or working through a program, for example, to get that clarity. But clarity is key. Clarity on who you serve is key to then figure out the second step, which is clarity on how you serve them. How do you serve them? Is it an online course? Is it one-to-one coaching? Is it a group coaching program? Is it a retreat? Is it in person? Is it online? Is it, over the phone? Is it a done-for-you service? Is it what is it? Right? How do you then serve them? They're the 2 things you need to get clear on. And here's a little question that you can ask yourself, right? Here's a little question you can ask yourself that can accelerate this process. And I love this question because this I can't remember, I learned this a number of years ago. And whenever I kind of get a little bit stuck, because sometimes, we change, we pivot, we move about, and then we get a little bit stuck and then we go, right, we need to get back to what really works for me and get more clear. And one of the questions that I learned, which is amazing, by the way, I love this question, is if you were never, ever to get paid ever again in your life. So imagine money wasn't an object. You had enough money to get everything you wanted to get. money didn't actually, let it go a step further. Imagine money doesn't actually even exist. You just have everything you need and everything you want, and money doesn't exist. What would you do who would you serve every single day of the week, and what would you do for them every single day of the week if you didn't get paid for it? Now, I'm not saying to you, just crystal clear, I'm not saying go and do something and don't get paid. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you imagine yourself in that scenario, in that situation, what now happens is you can get clarity on what you absolutely love doing. Now, there's always some part of business that you probably won't love doing, right? I don't particularly enjoy bookkeeping. Still got to do it. Got to submit my accounts. It's just part of it, right? But there's going to be stuff that you absolutely love doing. And I'm convinced that for everybody on watching this, whether you're on the live or the replay or on the database or wherever you are, whatever you're doing watching this, right? You have something amazing inside of you. You have something absolutely amazing inside of you. And Michelle just said, this current climate proves, can't read today. Current climate proves that it's not only okay to pivot and adapt, but it's crucial. It's a crucial survival skill, 100%. If you had an offline business and you've now got to go online, that's you pivoting, and you've got to pivot, and you've got to go if you go from offline to online, there may be even a shift in your ideal client, right? Your ideal client has now moved. I'd give you an example. My sister is a personal trainer and she runs classes and stuff, and she's moved from purely offline to now doing her classes online. I was doing one yesterday. She's doing one today. She does one every day of the week apart from Sunday. And she has a little package that she sells. But the people who buy that are different to the people who'd buy the stuff she previously offered, because some people don't want to do it online. Even though they can't go out now, some people will not buy that package, but others will, which is great. Hey there, Lynn. Great of you to join us. Going to do the little wave thing. And it's critically important that you're clear on who you serve and how you serve them. And actually, right now is the perfect time to go back to who you serve and how you serve them and re-refine your client avatar, so you know exactly how to go out to the market and how to speak to that specific market, which might be slightly different to your previous market, or maybe it's the same. Maybe you've got to a point as well where you're pivoting a little bit because you're like, you know what, I've got to a certain stage in business, and I'm talking to one of my clients about this, is they've got to a certain stage in their business and they want to earn more money. Well, where they're at, the only way for them really to earn more money is to start charging more for their main core offering. And the only way you charge more is to get, one is obviously to raise your prices. That's the very first step. But secondly, she needs to change her client avatar a little bit. So the type of people she's attracting needs to change a little bit for her to then be able to charge a lot more than what she's charging. She can probably charge a little bit more with relative ease, right? But the people she's attracting, she needs to attract a slightly different target audience to raise her price significantly more to get to where she wants to get to. And this is the thing, this is the ideal time to have a look at that, the ideal time to think about it, the ideal time to change it and start to act and move forward and make a difference. And so you've got to ask yourself that question. If I could serve, so Shanice, hey there Shanice, great of you to join us, and Michelle said, yes, 100%, people are discovering whole new audiences. What a time of opportunity. So much opportunity right now, it is insane, right? It's so much, like, I did my live stream last week and I came off it and I just realised, it's like online, it's like going back six odd years in terms of what's happening online now. The exposure you can get. Facebook ads, by the way. I don't run a lot of Facebook ads. I have done some in the past, but I'm not a Facebook ad expert by any means. Don't ask me about Facebook ads. But I know there's so many people in so many groups I'm part of that are going, Facebook ad costs are down, Facebook ad costs are down. It's getting cheap because so many people are online, right? So if you can pivot how you do things, you can make... I've heard stories of people having, I think, furniture shops in America. Oh, they sold something physical, right, in a shop. Somewhere, I think it was in America. And because they couldn't obviously open their shop anymore, what they did is they would do like an online video of the different products. And they were like bespoke bits of bespoke furniture or something like that. It wasn't, you know, your typical just IKEA style thing. It was something bespoke. And they took videos of it and they put them online and they're selling them online. Now, obviously in the UK, we can't do that because we are not doing we're not allowed to do non-essential travel. I don't know what the rules are in America, so maybe that's possible in America. Maybe it's possible where you are. I don't really know. But it's a way of taking it online. And here's the thing, right, is I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the lockdown's going to stop at the end of this 3 weeks. We've already seen an extension of it. I'm not sure exactly. Nobody knows when it's going to stop. But I think this way of life is going to be the norm for a little while before we get back to what we knew. And it's questionable whether we will get exactly back to what we knew anyway. So now, if you've got a business, is the time to pivot, to change, to adapt, to build something new and much better. You know, we're coming into something brand new. This is the brand new economy, a brand new way of working, a brand new way of business and life. Will we go back to the old way? Possibly. I don't know. I can't predict that. But I can tell you right now, if you don't go online, if you don't adapt what you're doing online, if you go online and if you adapt what you're doing online, you're gonna start to be able to build a business or continue building your business or expand your business, because online right now is the only way. Right? You can't do anything else. So Michelle said, yeah, you're right. It does feel like early days of online, doesn't it? It's so busy out there, but I feel a lot of it will drop off when things settle down. What do you think? Yes, I agree that I think there will be a drop off of things once the world opens up again and we're able to go out and all that kind of stuff. But I think that's going to take a little bit of time. Just reading between the lines of what's going on with like cures and vaccines and all that kind of stuff, it's going to take a bit of time, because even if they had a cure, I think that for someone's found a cure. But for that to turn into something that can be released out there, it's going to take an amount of time because there's so many people in the world. Hey there, Emma. Great of you to join us. It's going to take an amount of time. It's going to... and so, yes, we'll see a drop-off of online activity, but I personally think this is what's going to happen, right? I think what's going to happen is there are going to be a load of businesses that have taken things online as a result of this, and all of a sudden they start to see how much better it is to work online and not offline, right? A whole ton of businesses, I especially think that businesses that operate in offices where they currently operate, they're now as a result are operating remotely, they're going to start to see the value of operating remotely and the decrease of costs and all that kind of stuff for their business and the sustainability of productivity. Because what's going to happen in this period of time, and people are going to have to be productive at home. And so I think what's going to happen, and you know, I don't know if it's right or not, by the way, don't take this. Hey there, Michelle. So you have to shoot, but I'm loving your energy experience. Thanks for sharing. No problem, Michelle. Thanks for coming on. So I really think that things are going to change, and I think if you grab this market right now, you will have a sustainable business when things go back to normal. I think that will happen. Like you will create a sustainable business when things go back to normal. I don't think that's going to change, right? I think you'll create a sustainable business. Now is the time to act, because reality is I personally think this is going to be live for a number of months at least to come. And online activity was going to be increased for that period of time. So why not use that, utilize that, grow your business, and it becomes sustainable in the longer term. So look, here's the thing. They're the two things you need to master: is who your target audience is and how you best serve that target audience. Now, you might be thinking, well, hang on a minute. Oh, I want to give you an example of me. So here's what I do. I help purpose-driven experts to design and build high-converting marketing funnels. Very clear, and online marketing funnels. Forgot to put that online bit in there. I help purpose-driven experts design and build high-converting online marketing funnels. That's what I do. And if you can distill what you do into a very simple sentence like that, and who you specifically serve, right? In that sentence, I haven't said who I serve. Difficult to say it in a sentence. But if you want to get deeper into this, if you want to really refine who you serve and then how you serve them so that you can be very specific in your marketing, target them people and start to leverage what you've got and create way more momentum than you've had so far and get more customers, sales, more activity, more momentum in your business, then I've got a training that I've created. Actually, I created a little while ago, and I only really give this training to my private clients. I've never released it. I want to be honest, because I never really thought about releasing it, but now I'm kind of thinking this is a good time to release it and to share it with people. If you want in on that training, if you want to know more about that training and how it can help your business, then just shoot me a yes in the comments below, or send me a private message and I'll send you the information probably sometime within the next week. Here's the thing. This training is going to help you really refine who you target and how you target them. Mainly who you target and how you best serve them people. Because once you get super clear on who you target, you'll be able to target them way better. And when you're able to target them way better, when you're able to speak their language, when you'll be able to understand where they're at and get into their heads and start the conversation they're already having in their minds and start to use them words and start to create stuff that really resonates with them specifically, then you can start to target them people way better and start getting more sales, more clients, more of them into your vicinity. And, if you want that training, right? If you want to get deep into how to attract them specific people that you want to attract by getting crystal clear on who them people are for you, right? It's almost like if you know who you want to target and how you serve them, the rest of it becomes a lot easier. You can kind of just be like, yo, come to me. And you can find them easier and you can serve them easier because you know how and where to go to serve them and share with them what you have to offer. If you want in on that, if you want the information about that, which I'll put together in the next few days, probably within the next week, then give me a yes below. Give me a yes below, or send me a private message. And I'm really excited by this, by the way, because this has pivotably changed so many different businesses. And every time I do something with this, every time I share it with somebody, my private clients, my private clients, or people who I do done for you work with, they're like, wow, Devin, this has created so much clarity for me that I never had previously. Now I know exactly how to move forward in my business, how to go and get them people and serve them people, because I'm crystal clear on exactly who them people are. This training has really helped so many people, and I want to share this with you. If you want in on this, if you want to know, at least if you just want to know the information, put a yes in the comments below or shoot me a private message and I'll let you know the details when they're ready. The training's ready, but I just need to put the details together so you know what it's about and I can shoot you a message when it is ready. Look, we've covered two real big things here. Is two simple things, sorry. Number one is, who do you serve? When you get crystal clear on who you serve, you can do as some of my clients have done. You can get 4 to 5 times more the income from one single client. You can create 6 months worth of income within 3 weeks. You can get more of your ideal clients and you can start serving them. You can turn your current audience into more buyers as a result, because you're very specific as to who you serve and how you serve them. And you can stop attracting the people who you don't want to serve, right? The people who drain your energy, where it's not actually valuable for you to serve them or for them to be in your audience, or for them to be signing up with you and spending time and money with you, right? Because we all get them clients that aren't the right clients. If you want to stop doing that and get crystal clear on who your ideal clients are, so you stop taking in them clients who are like draining your energy, who are energy vampires, who take up lots of your time, ask you so many questions, and it becomes a drain and you don't understand why, and then it stops you from being able to really grow your business. If you want to stop attracting them people and start attracting the people that you absolutely love working with, where it's so friggin' easy, you're like, wow, this is so easy, I love my life, If you want to do that, then you need to get crystal clear on who you're targeting. And I'm about to release a training exactly on understanding who you're targeting, and it will enable you to get crystal clear. And every time I've given this to anybody, they've been like, wow, Divyan, I didn't realise how all over the place I was, and now I'm so crystal clear. I can attract more clients, and I can charge them more, and I can get more clients on board, and I can take more people on in my audience and get them to buy, because clarity is everything, and I'm so clear now. If you want to get that level of clarity, then shoot me a yes in the comments below, or send me a private message, and within the next week I'll send you a message, or probably within the next few days I'll send you a link, and you can get going on that training. So look, I'm so grateful for you being on here. Thank you so much for showing up. By the way, if you're still on here, give me a hello. Let me know you're still here. If you're still watching the replay, give me a replay below. Thank you so much for everybody who has joined. I really love doing these trainings every single week. And here's the thing, is I really want to help you to grow your business. I've revamped this live stream called the Funnel Marketing Live. This is season 2, because I did a whole season before. And this is season 2, brand new. Season 2 is most applicable now than it ever was before, because everyone's going online, and I want to help you. So here's the thing, if you're, just before I leave, I'm just going to reiterate what I said, is I've got a training that's going to help you get crystal clear on who your target audience is and how you serve them. And, not how you serve them, who your target audience is, and you'll probably get clear on how you serve them as a result. And as a result of doing that, you're going to be able to charge more, attract the right people, convert people who are already in your audience into buyers, because now they know exactly, you know exactly who they are, and you can use the right words and the right ways of attracting them particular people. And I'm about to put the details together of how you can access this. If you want in on that training so you can start to change your business and attract the exact right people for you. By the way, every time I've shown this to somebody, they've been like, wow, this is amazing. I'm now super clear. I've increased my income. I've got more clients coming in. Every time I share this with clients, it's the first thing I do with clients, and it just magically changes their business. I want it to change yours, and I'm excited about it because I know that it's going to change yours. So look, if you want in on that, give me a yes below, or shoot me a private message, and as soon as it's ready within the next couple of days, I will send you a link with all the information about it, and you can get in. So look, thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you in the very next episode of the Funnel Marketing Live series. I'll see you then.